Hello everyone, welcome to my channel WishInfinite. So this is 12th part of Playwright Interview Questions live quiz series, and here we are going to discuss topics related to the hooks and the press, fill and press sequential method, which are used to enter values inside a text field, right? So I will start the quiz in 5 minutes. I will just put a 5 minutes timer here. Till then, everyone can join the quiz. I have already shared the link and the chats. I'm also sharing the QR code if you want to scan it. Okay, now you should be able to see the QR code also. So we will wait for 5 minutes and then we will start with the quiz. You can join the quiz from here. Link is already there into the chat. So here what we are going to do, we are going to discuss topics related to the hooks. Previously in the previous part also we have seen around 10 questions related to the hooks, and we are going to continue that part only. And apart from that, there is one more topic which is press sequential or fill method, right? So previously we have covered so many topics right into this particular series. We have covered till this particular point till hooks, right? And now we are going to see next question related to the hooks and this particular topic, which is form fill, press sequential and press method, right? So if you have not watched those videos, I would recommend you to watch these videos. Most of the questions are going to be related to this topic, and this press, fill, press sequential methods, these are very small topics, but there can be many questions related to it, right? So here we would be seeing some questions, and in the next part also we are going to see all the questions related to this topic only, which is form fill, press sequential and press method. So we will start it quickly. So I will just quickly give you a brief what we are going to do if you are new. So here I would be showing you some questions, so you can read those questions, you can check the whatever the options which are provided, and yeah, then you need to select the correct answer, right? So whosoever will give the answer within less time period, the correct answer, so they will be top onto the leaderboard. And by the end I would also be in after each questions I would be explaining that why that is the correct answer. And at the end of the live I would also be sharing some of the channel membership with the lucky members, so stay till the end. We have 2 more minutes, guys, here to join the quiz. We have Shiva who has already joined. And guys, in between, if you get any questions related to any of the topic, right, which I am explaining, so you can just post it into the chat and I should be able to answer them. We have 1 minute 40 seconds around, guys, are here, and then we will start with the quiz. And guys, this document link I've already provided in most of the videos, right? So when you are watching the video, you can take reference from this particular document also, which I use while explaining it in the video. And guys, I'm getting multiple comments related to the JavaScript and TypeScript related series. So currently I'm working on to this AI engineering related course. So in between I will try to cover that particular part also, where I cover the JavaScript and TypeScript. Although this particular uh, playlist or the course which you would be able to see is mainly onto the TypeScript, but as you will see, the TypeScript is kind of very similar to the JavaScript, as TypeScript is the superset. Here we get, we can define the type, right, for each variable. So it is more user friendly, which I feel, and that's why I focused mainly onto the TypeScript, but you can use JavaScript also in the same pattern. And guys, now let's start with our quiz. We have some people who have already joined. And in between, if you want to join, again, you can go to the chat window. There I have already provided the link, or you can use this particular QR code to join it, right? Currently, there are 4 people who have joined. So we will start with the quiz. Okay, so here we have the question, our first question, which is, which hook is idle for cleaning? Which hook is idle for cleaning created data after each test? And here we have all the options: before all, after each, after all, and before each. You have 40 more seconds. You can join you can select the correct answer. We have currently 5 people who have joined this particular quiz. I see there are more viewers, but less people are joining this particular quiz, so I would recommend that everyone join the quiz. Out of 6, 4 people have already given the answer. Okay, so we have got multiple answers, and now let's see the correct answer. So the correct answer is after each. 50% people have given the correct answer. So previously also we discussed this after each hook is going to get executed after each test. How you use this, I have already shown you that you just need to provide test dot after each. Like here we have given this before each, similar in the similar pattern you can give test dot after each, after all, right? So test dot after each, and then you need to provide the anonymous function where you would be writing your code. So this particular hook you can use to for the cleanup of the data, right? If it is there, right? If it's literally there that you want to clean some data, then you can use this particular hook. Now let's go to the next question. So what is the correct syntax of the before each? I have just told you that how to write it, so you can select the correct answer out of these 4. You have 50 seconds. And we have got one comment from Shiva that Saturday would be better for this quiz. Yes, Shiva. So I can think about it. Previously we were doing it on to the Saturday, but I will share with you about it and will try to take the feedback. Guys, we have 20 more seconds. Please hurry up. And we have got different answers. Let me show you the correct answer. So very few people have given the correct answer. So this one is the correct answer, which is test dot before each. Don't get confused, each before or anything, right? Test each. It is before each, and then we need to provide this anonymous function where we would be writing async also, and then after this inside these brackets we are going to write our code. So previously also we have seen it, right? Test dot before each, or whatever the hook you want to use, then anonymous function, arrow symbol, and then within the parenthesis, curly parenthesis or curly braces, you need to provide your code. Now let's go to the next one. So correct order of the execution is, so for the hooks, what is the correct order? You can select the correct answer out of these four. Actually this particular question someone asked me around 4-5 years ago related to the Selenium, that what is the correct order of the execution. So now you can try to select the correct answer, which one is the correct one. I mean, in the video, if you watched, I mean, I have also told that how these hooks are going to get executed, what should be the order. Okay, so let me show you the correct answer, and so 33% people have given the correct answer, which is before all, then before each, then test, then after each, and after all. So this is the correct order of the execution. Let's say you have a test where you have used all the hooks, right? So in that case, that would be the order, right? First it will execute the code which is there into the before all, okay, and then it will execute the code which is there into the before each. After that, it is going to execute your code which you have written inside the test, then it will come out of that test, right? And then it will execute the code which is there into the after each, and at the end it is going to execute after all, right? So this before each and after each are going to get executed with the tests. So let's say there are 5 tests which are there, so for each test, first this before each will be getting executed, then test, and then after each. And at the top, at first only one time before all will get executed, and at the end, after all the tests, this after all will get executed. Now let me show the leaderboard. So we have Sakshi on the top, then Shiva and Priya. Now let's go to the next question. So if 2 after all who exist, they run only last in order of the registration, parallel, or only first. So you can select the correct answer. Guys, hurry up, only 15 seconds left. And we have got 100% answer for the one option only, which is option B. Let's see the correct one. So this is the correct answer for the before each also, before all, and before each also. We talked that whatever hook you are providing, so they will get executed in order, right? So if there are multiple after all, or before all, or after each, before each, so they are going to, all of them are going to get executed in order of the execution. Let's say 5 after all are there, so they will get executed. First it will execute the first after all, then it will come down and will execute that. Now let's go to the next question quickly. So which hook should be avoided for heavy UI login? Before each, before all, after all, and after each. So for, let's say there are multiple tests, right, and usually there would be the case that you will have to log in before each test, right? For inside the each test you'll have to log in, either you can log in inside the each test, right, or you can log in before that particular test. So which should you avoid for the heavy UI login? I think previously also someone asked this particular question that what should we use? Should we use hook or some other way we should use to log in? So there also I've covered. I have created a detailed video also related to it. So the correct answer is this before each. 83% people have given the correct answer. So see, you can use the before each you hook for the login purpose, but usually we should avoid login before the each test. So then you will say how you will log in, right? In such cases you have one thing which is that storage state, right? So that you can use. So every time you will have to only log in one time, and after that it would be using that particular state, and automatically your UI, I mean you will get logged in into your UI, right? And related to this, I've created one detailed video, right? Let me just show you that particular video. So if you have not watched that video, I would highly recommend you to watch it. What is the name of the video? Just a second. Yeah, this one. Skip login in Playwright. Save and reuse authentication state. So you can use the same authentication state and then can log in automatically. You'll have to just log in one time, and then it will get automatic. I mean, as soon as you will hit the URL, it will automatically appearing logged in for you. So you can use the same and go through this particular video. If you face any issue there, just let me know in the comments. Now let's go to the next question. Now we have covered all the questions related to the hooks. Now we are going to see our next topic, which is related to those methods. Fill, pressSequential, right? So which method is the easiest way to enter text into an input field? And here are all the options. Press, type, fill or write method. You can select the correct answer. You have 40 seconds. This should be the easy one. I think if you are using the Playwright, you would be using it. But see, there are multiple ways you can enter the values, right? If I'm asking about the easiest way, and usually we use that particular method only. And into my videos also I've covered the same. And now we have got all the answers. Let me reveal the correct answer. So the correct answer is this locator.fill. So fill method we need to use, which is the easiest way to enter text into the input field. Input field can be input field text area, right? So that particular method you can use, and how to use that that I've already covered, right? You need to provide the locator, and then you need to use this fill method here. As you can see, await page.locator. The locator you would be giving, or if you want to use get by methods that you can use, then you can provide fill method, and then within the parenthesis you need to provide that string. Let's say I want to enter WishInfinite, so I can provide that, right? So what are the value you will give will get entered inside the input field. Now let's see the leaderboard quickly. Now we have Shiva onto the first, and then Sakshi, Radha, Priya and Danish. Now let's go to the next one. Locator.fill works with which elements? Only input, only text area, input text area, editable content, or all HTML elements. Now you can select the correct answer. So usually we can, I mean, this fill method would be working wherever we can enter the value, right? So you need to select answer by thinking about that. And see, this is the small topic, but there can be many questions for it, right? And these are the very basic topic, right? In every script, usually you would be either entering the value or clicking somewhere, right? So these are very common actions, right, which we perform into the automation. So you should be aware about it. And we have got answers, and let me reveal the answer. So 83% most of the people have given the correct answer. It can be used for the input fields, text areas, and whatever wherever the field which can where we can edit the content. So there you can use this particular fill method, and I've told you that how you need to use it. You need to provide the locator dot fill and then whatever the value you want to enter. Then let's go to the next question. What happens internally when fill is used? And here are all the options. Type slowly like user, copies text from clipboard, focus elements and set value instantly, or press each key. Now you can select the correct answer. All the people have given the answers. So usually you would not be able to see it, right, what is happening under the hood, but that's what the question was, that how fill method is internally filling the value, right? And let me reveal the correct answer. 83% people have given the correct answer only. Focuses element and set value instantly. So usually when you enter value inside an input field or inside the text area, what you do, you click onto that particular input field, right? And then you provide whatever the value you want to provide with the keyboard. So the same behavior is going to be happening with the help of fill. It focuses onto the element and then set value instantly. Okay. Now let's go to the next question. So our ninth question is that which method types text character by character like a real user? It is fill, pressSequential, or set text. So now you can select the correct answer. So here we want to enter the value, but we want to enter it character by character, right? So that we need to keep in mind. So there can be the case that you want to enter values character by character. Like I will give you an example of Google page itself, right, where you enter value character by character and you are able to see whole drop down, right, where you can select the value. So if such scenario is there into your application, in that case you'll have to use this particular method, right, which will enter values character by character. We have got our answers. Let me reveal the correct answer. So this one is the correct one, which is pressSequentially. 83% people have given the correct answer. And how to use that? So there is nothing new. You need to use it like this only. Await page.locator, whatever the locator you want to use. See here I have used that google.com only, and dot, and here we need not to use fill method because fill just fill the value there, right? It sets the value. But if we want to just imitate the actual behavior where we want to enter value, right? Because when you enter the value, you enter it character by character, right? So that's what we wanted to do. So in such cases, you will be using this pressSequentially, and here you can provide any value. If you want to provide delay, let's say after entering each character you want to provide any delay, you can provide it like this. Although this is not mandatory argument, you can just enter the value. You can remove this second argument also, so it will enter the value. But how it is going to enter? It is going to first type P L A Y, right? So you would be able to see every character is getting typed there, right? So whenever but usually I will say, if there is no such case where you need to type each and every value one by one, so you should use that fill method only. But in any scenario where you want to do so specifically, then only use this pressSequential method. Now we have our last question. When should you prefer pressSequentially over fill? When speed matters, when simulating real typing behavior or key events, when filling numbers, and or never. So you can select the correct answer, although I've already discussed it with you that when you should use it. So you can select the correct answer and then you should be able to see the leaderboard. And guys, in between, if you are having any question, you start posting it there into the chat. I should be able to answer. Although in these topics are very simple, so you can practice at your end that how you want to use it. Mainly we saw two methods today. One is the fill and second one is the pressSequentially. But we would be seeing some more questions, a whole video or whole live session related to these methods only. next week or next weekend, right? Okay, so all the people have given answers, and 100% people have given the correct answer only when simulating real typing behavior or key events. So that's it. That is the correct answer. So as I told, that when you actually want to type, right, you want to imitate that particular same behavior that someone is typing, then only use this press sequentially over the fill. Otherwise, you should use this fill method only wherever you want to set any value inside the input field, text area, or any field which is editable, right? So in such cases, use fill. And one example I have already given you, which is of Google search. So there, if you will type something, it will change that particular drop down. It will show you auto suggestions. And let's say you want to, in your application also, such thing is there that you want to type it one by one, and some drop down would be appearing where it would be showing different options, and it is going to get changed as you type, and you need to select the specific option. So that, and you need to test that particular functionality, so you can do use this press sequentially method. And now let me show you the leaderboard. So we have Shiva, who is on the first position. Congratulations, Shiva, and keep it up, guys. And today, I mean, I will try, Shiva, that as you posted that I will try to do this quiz on to the Saturday. So let's see. And guys, we are done with all the questions. Right, all the interview quiz questions. If you have any question, just let me know into the comments. I will just wait for 1 more minute, and then we will close this particular video, a live session. And after that also, if you are going through any of the video, then just post your relevant question related to that video only, so I should be able to answer them, right? So I would suggest, if you are new to the Playwright, go through this particular playlist. Here I have added multiple videos, and you can go through each video in the same order so that it would be easy for you to follow. And here, see, if you have basic knowledge of TypeScript, that is sufficient. Although, I mean, I have tried to explain it from very basic, that how you need to write the code itself. So if you are very new, who don't know about TypeScript much, so you just know the basic programmings also, so you should be able to understand it. But still, if you want to watch any tutorial related to TypeScript before this, so you can do so. But I would suggest, if you want to directly start it also, that you can do. And guys, now that's it for today. I will close this particular video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day. And one more thing I forgot. Sorry, I will just share that membership. Just give me a second. So I would be sharing this membership with the 5 people. These would be random. I'm clicking on to the side. So 5 people got this particular membership, who are Deepak, and then we have someone button we have something ID is there, then Real Corso, Manoj, and Tanmay. So congratulations to all of them. And we have one question also. I will just quickly cover it. What is the question? Describe a scenario where closing the page in afterEach causes flakiness cross test, and how you would fix it. Closing the page. So Shiva, I mean, can you please explain me why you want to close the page? Because if you will not close it also, automatically Playwright is going to do so. So you need not to specifically close any page. But if, I mean, why you are trying to do that? Can you quickly post it? Because if you will not do that also, that is also sufficient. I mean, Playwright will take care of it. So you need not to specifically close the specific page after the each script. Playwright will take care of it automatically. So rather than closing the page, I mean, leave it. As soon as you are done with your script, see here also, whenever we are done with our scripts, I am just leaving it. I am not in the afterEach or afterAll, I am not closing that particular page. If you are having a specific scenario where you want to test it, then you can do so, but otherwise it is not needed. Just whatever the things you want to do inside the test, do that and just leave it. No need to close your page after each test. Automatically Playwright will take care of that. Next, we have got a reply from Shiva just for the parallel testing. So Shiva, I mean, I would say just avoid it. Doing this closing the page after each test, it is not needed itself, right? If you are trying to do it for the specific test, then only do it. Otherwise, no, it is not needed itself. Automatically Playwright will take care of it. For if you are using the storage state also, I would suggest don't log out after each test, because as soon as you will close the browser, it will be considered as logout. If you specifically want to test the logout scenario, in such cases you can log out. Otherwise, a logout also, I would suggest avoid it for each test, right? Because as soon as you will close the browser and will open the new browser, you are going to get a different whole new session itself into the Playwright, right? Which would be independent from the previous one. Okay, so I hope it answered your question, and avoid that closing the page or closing the browser if you have created, right, or context. So Playwright is automatic. If you use that beforeEach, so if you will go into the report, so there you would be able to see automatically all those things are happening there with the Playwright, right? So no need to do that separately. Okay guys, so I will close this particular video. Please let me know if you have any comments into any of the video, and please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day.